Hello everybody and welcome back to another taste test video. Now this is the first tasting video I'm recording since I lost all my previous ones. Hundreds of limited edition items just completely gone in a crash and I'll never be able to get those back. Not that it matters. But I'm going to try out a slightly different style of recording where instead of pausing between each taste and having to edit it all together, I'm just going to do it all in one long go, one long video. If that doesn't work out, doesn't really matter because the videos didn't work out before. So I'm just going to get into it. So as I say, first video back after the crash, and we're going to be looking at a site called Nipponshop. So this is a Japanese shop in Japan. I've got a whole box full of things to taste, but I'm going to divide them down into smaller videos just to make them a bit more manageable, because there's quite a lot here, and a lot of them are savoury snacks, crisps and crackers and things like that. So we're just going to get straight into it with our first one. Let me see if I can find the brand on this, because I'm not entirely sure if there is a brand name on these. But these are gyoza flavoured potato crisps. Enban gyoza. Let's see what it says here. Oniku. So they're meat flavoured, meat gyoza. Joshina no Mami. No, my Japanese is not good enough to understand what that means just yet. So I'm going to open them up. They just look like regular crisps. Nothing fancy about them. It's hard to pin down a smell other than just the potato. Also, sorry if I'm rubbing my nose. I have like a spot on the inside of my nose and it's being very irritating. So I do apologise for that. There is a bit of sort of like it smells like Marmite, what I would describe as Marmite, but it's probably soy sauce. It has that kind of like very dense, salty kind of flavour. Smell. But yeah, it tastes like it as well. Just going to see if I can find the information again, but I'll taste them as I'm here. It is very nice. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the sort of barbecue beef crisps Walker's flavour that we get here. Like, obviously it's not exactly the same, but the kind of strong umami taste reminds me of that. Nice. Okay, I know I literally just said I wasn't going to pause, but I am going to pause just to look for the information. I'm not going to edit around this, this is just going to cut straight back in, so please excuse the harsh pause here. Okay, so unfortunately the chips are no longer in the shop, so I can't really read what it says about them. This is what I was talking about when I said earlier about hundreds of limited edition items gone. A lot of these things in Japan that we get are different flavours and things like that. They're very limited run, and that's it. After that they disappear, they're gone. So yeah, these are no longer in the store, they're gone. But from what I could find, they're just like a combination of rich vegetable and meat flavors. Let's see if I can make out any of these. Chicken chicken powder. Chicken stock. Something else stock. So yeah, chicken gyoza with vegetables and potato chips. So yeah, pretty good. Pretty good flavour. It has sort of the salty soy sauce umami to it. But yeah, overall, pretty good. My drink of choice to sort of like cleanse the palate in between is my blueberry soju. I'm not planning to drink the entire bottle this time. It is very good though. Right, so next up, we're switching to a brand we have done before. Hang on. And that is Calbee. Calbee is another good one, I believe. Where are we? Yes. Calbee Noko King potato chips barbecue flavor. So this is like yakiniku. You can see there we've got a sort of like steak on the grill with some barbecue sauce drizzled over the top. I don't know if these guys down here are, they're kind of like potato chip luchadors. So sure, why not? Right, let's get rid of that one. So yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that's a very strong meaty smell. Some nice big solid looking chips in this one. That one has a bigger bag, much bigger bag, but it didn't seem to survive transit very well. It was on top of the box, so it was kind of squished down to try and fit it in the box, and it ended up being quite crushed because of it. These ones have survived intact, however. Ooh, that smells kind of smoky, almost charcoaly, but meaty. It's kind of sweet and tangy with like a smoky kind of aftertaste. It's odd. I can't really pick out a specific meaty taste from it. Yeah, it does. Like I said, it has a charcoaly smell to it. It does taste kind of like char grilled almost. Now this one, despite being like a barbecue beef flavour, doesn't actually taste like those barbecue beef walkers I was talking about. Oh, it says something about America here, so do I know whether it's American barbecue sauce, American style barbecue sauce? Because I don't know what the kanji means, but the katakana there definitely says America. Shio is salt, so yeah, salty. Black pepper. Onion powder. Tomato powder. Beef. cheese. So there's a little bit of cheese to flavour in there. Oh boy. Miso. Caramel. Cocoa powder. That might be for like the sweetness or the colour. Sutaba? I don't know that one. But yeah. Sorry, I'm getting carried away with the snacking there, but yeah, they're very nice. Very unusual. Yeah, there's a sweetness and a smokiness in them. It comes together really well with a kind of like light char grilled taste. It's very interesting how they manage to simulate that kind of taste, like the charcoaly sort of taste. But yeah, very interesting, very nice. So that was, what was it again? Calbee's King Potato Barbecue. Very nice. Okay, so let's swish it out a bit. So we're going to Koikea now, which is another brand that we've had a few of before, and this is their Super Mucho, and I think we've done Super Mucho on the channel. I know I've recorded Super Mucho before, but whether it's actually come through is another thing, because again, I lost so many videos, like videos dating back to 2020 that were still being sort of like worked on and lined up, because I'm not very good at organisation skills, because I have ADD brain, and it's not like I need a regular upload schedule when 330 of my followers don't even interact with me. So so yeah, Super Caramucho, that's what this is here, Caramucho, and they are basically the really spicy flavours. I don't know whether it's Koikea specific. I think it might be a separate brand that has done a crossover with Caramucho, Koikea. But it's the 40th anniversary apparently. So I'm just going to see what it says here. This is Caramucho Yangnyeom chicken chips. So these are spicy chicken chips. It says sweet and hot Yangnyeom chicken flavor. Amakara infinite loop drives you crazy. I don't know if I like the sound of an infinite loop for spicy chicken. But they've got a picture of the chicken on the bottom here. It's like a glazed piece of chicken with like sesame seeds on it. Or maybe curry powder or curry seeds on it. Either way, looks pretty good. So let's see what it tastes like. Ooh. I don't really like the smell of that. It smells like it's a bit heavy on the pepper for me. But again, they just look like typical chips. Kind of tastes like a sweet chili, like very heavy on the chili. I can't really taste the chicken. Yeah, it's very sweet chili flavour. Yeah, I'm not getting too much heat from it, not from like the first few at least. There's a little bit there. kind of reminds me of American burger relish, just like in the flavor. Because like the heat is very mild. Like there is just a little bit of very mild spice, sort of like building on the tongue. It's definitely not as hot as some of the other Caramucho stuff I've had. In one of the videos that got lost, I had Caramucho corn sticks, which were habanero chicken flavor, and they were so delicious and really nice. They were, you know, some of the best chicken flavored, spicy chicken flavored stuff. But it was really hot. I couldn't eat it in one go. I had to break it into like 3 different attempts to eat them because they were that spicy. But they were also really delicious. Whereas these are just not that spicy at all. Now, the taste has kind of grown on me. When I tried the first couple of these, I wasn't that keen on them. I thought, no, these are a bit too pepper heavy, a bit too chili heavy, they're not really my kind of flavour. But as I've had more of them, they're not that bad. But yeah, the flavour, the overall flavour definitely kind of reminds me of like American mustard or like American burger relish. So yeah, kind of tasty. Definitely not as spicy as I would have expected, but otherwise tasty. Okay, so next we're gonna move on to the sweet treats. Yep, just have a swig to sort of clear that out. And next we have Koala's March. I'm pretty sure Koala's March has showed up on the channel. Again, I know I've recorded them previously, but there's no way I'm going to remember what made it through and what didn't at this point. So, all I can say from here on out, like this is the first video I'm recording since the crash happened. The first tasting video anyway. There may be some points going forward where I taste something that will already have been on the channel. So, you know, I'm sure that won't be too much of an issue for you, because 1, I can't remember, and 2, 99% of you don't even care about these videos anyway, so why would it matter to you? Alright, so, Koala's March. As I say, we're returning to these, and this one is ramune flavour. Like, where we are, soda. So they're kind of like blue, I think, according to the picture. Let's take our little sachet out here. I'm having difficulty opening them because my fingers are getting greasy with all the crisps. So, ooh, that smells very strongly of ramune. Oh, it's probably going to be like white soda, like a cream soda float or something. But yes, they are slightly blue. See that? It's sort of like blue around the edges. They're still kind of like creamy on the inside. But here we go. Yep. It reminds me of something specific, but I don't know what. Like, obviously, it's got the ramune flavour. I'm thinking it's probably the ramen flavored pucho. Pucho I've had before, and I don't know if I've tasted the ramen ones on the channel, but they were one of the first flavors that I had, because they have like little fizzy tablets inside them, so that when you crunch them, it fizzes up in a foam. They were always one of my favorites, and that's kind of what it tastes like. And again, pucho is kind of a yogurty based stew, so it has kind of like the milky flavour with the ramen, which is what this reminds me of. Because, you know, they do have the cream centre, which is still white, by the way, which is what's creating like the white texture on the actual biscuit. So yeah, these are basically just like white soda flavoured koala smash. My face has gone really red, hasn't it? That's just purely from having like a few swigs of soju. So yeah, I can feel my face heating up, even though it's not actually doing anything to me, like intoxicate wise, at this level anyway. But it has made my face really warm and toasty. Anyway, enough of that aside. Yeah, these are actually quite nice. Cream soda and like soda floats aren't really my kind of thing. They're not a major thing for me. I don't like white soda. I don't like milk to be anywhere near my soda products. That's just me. But with that said, keeping that in mind, these are actually quite nice. Very sweet and soda-y and creamy and lemony. An unusual combination, but a nice one to be sure. Chum charum. I don't know if that's how you say cheers, but okay, so next we have Fujiya, which you may remember from previous bits on the channel before, are kind of like a sweet pastry cake brand. The Fujiya Genji pie is one of my favorites, like the like the flaky pastry or the phyllo pastry, whatever it is, that's kind of like folded on itself to make like layers of crispy pastry. One of my favorites, that's from Fujiya. But here what we have is Country Mum, which is like a range of like crumbly biscuits, and these are Meister's New York cheesecake flavour. So let's give it a go. Oh, they are individually wrapped. That's good. That's good for preserving things after we've tasted them. So they're individually wrapped in their own little packets, which is good for individual servings, but not really great for disposable packaging usage. We want to reduce on packaging, ideally. But ooh, that does smell very buttery, very cream cheesy. So they're just kind of little square biscuits, like little cookie shapes, and inside they've got like the filling. I don't know whether you can just see, it's a slightly different colour. No, it doesn't show it well on camera, but that smells so buttery. Let's give it a taste. It's quite dense. It's thick. It's moist. The taste is just very buttery. It tastes a lot like just generic batter. So like, you know, flour, butter, eggs, milk, that kind of thing. It just tastes kind of generic. I don't really taste the cheesecakiness of it, but it is nice. It is very nice and sweet. If you like butter biscuits, that's very nice. But I think the main appeal of it is it's not just like a regular cookie, it's very cakey. So it has sort of like the moistness to it. Like a cookie, normally you'd have like a very crunchy, crumbly sort of texture. But that's slightly... has a slight sponginess to it. Very sort of like thick and dense, and again, moist. So yeah, very nice. For a New York cheesecake flavour, I'd want a little bit more cheesecakiness to it, like a bit more obvious cheesecake flavour. But as it is, they're pretty good. Yeah, they're nice. So I'm going to finish off with some sweetie sweets, and we've got some gummies. Are these a brand? I don't know. Showa. These are Showa gummies. I don't know if it has anything to do with the Showa era, like in the history, the period of Japan, whether they were created within the Showa era, like Godzilla and Tokusatsu, that kind of thing. But yes, they are pudding a la mode flavour. So we've got sort of like the square white ones here, which are purin and whipped cream, and then we've got sort of like the bright green yellow ones, which are miron and banana puka. No, banana milk, I think. So, open up. Let's give them a shot. Ooh. Ooh! Yeah, that smells... Oh. Smells like a fruit salad, which has slightly gone off. Now, I don't know if that's just because of preservatives or what have you, but the smell is a little bit pungent. So this one is pudding and whipped cream. Ooh. Yeah. They have two different textures. The bottom one, the yellowish one, has a very soft gummy, like a jelly type gummy, which was very easy to bite into, and then the top one is much more firm and springy and chewy. And the flavour, I don't know, there doesn't seem to be much to it other than like milky. And you can taste the other flavours on it, so like the banana, I could taste the banana on that one, even though the banana is not supposed to be part of that one. Now, this one has a very soft, springy jello texture to it. I think, oh yes, they do have the same. Okay, so there's a bit of green on the bottom here. That has the very soft jelly-like texture, and then on the top is the yellow, which I'm assuming is the banana, which has a firm, you know, a much firmer texture to it. You can taste the zing of the melon. And the banana is there, but it's kind of very muted. So, I don't know. They're okay. Like, they're very sweet. They're definitely very sweet gummies. And the two different textures within the same gummy is a little bit odd. Like, not bad, but it's just like, ooh, I don't know how to chew this. I'm chewing it wrong. But the flavours seem understated. The smell just doesn't smell right at all. I don't know. I don't know, it kind of smells toilety. And I don't want to get into another discussion about toilet water, but it does. It just smells toilety. It doesn't taste toilety, thankfully, but it doesn't taste particularly strong of pudding or banana either, so I don't know. That one's just kind of a meh. It's okay as a sweet, but not as anything specific. So that is going to be it for this one. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully this will actually make it through. I'm trying not to keep too many videos on the backlog now. I do want to get better at making them and finishing them and publishing them. It's just I get very disorganized and very overwhelmed by everything, and considering there's no real incentive to actually do it, I mean, it was just done, these videos were just done as a hobby. They were never really meant to take off, so the fact that people are actually subscribing to me is, you know, baffling. But the fact that people are subscribing to me and then doing nothing to interact with me is just kind of frustrating, and it makes me think, well, why should I bother? Other than like the 2 people who actually do interact with my videos. So, you know, thanks to you, as always. But for anything else, I'm just going to do this at my own pace and my own leisure, and I'm not really going to care too much about it, because there's no benefit from it. This is just a hobby and pretty much nothing more. So if you enjoy it along with me, thanks, I do appreciate it. So for now, I'm just going to wrap it up here. Like, comment and subscribe, or do whatever you want, I don't care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.